Welcome to Camino Confidential. This is episode 4, and we have had one long day, but it was it was truly an epic, awesome day. But we did walk approximately 14 miles. Now, this time next week, 14 will be our short days.
Yeah. The only easy day was yesterday.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful day.
We lucked out. When we were sitting over there at the breakfast table this morning, we were looking at the sky, and it was gray. Like, what should we do? And we don't have a lot of time left in Paris. And there was one thing in particular that I wanted you guys to see.
Yeah, it was worth it and perfect day.
Yeah, so you want to explain?
Yeah, we had a great morning. Lounged around a little, had our coffees, croissants fresh from the bakery across the street. And we went strolling across the bridge. And it was Paris Fashion Week, we discovered, so we all posed. And Haiku Master had a special talent in this department.
You have to describe the special talent.
The
It was
special
the
talent.
bridge boudoir pose.
Boudoir pose, yeah, you might get
Pouty lips.
yes, you might get a glimpse of that and you might not.
Stretched across the I-beam.
Yeah.
My sons are hoping that it doesn't show up.
Oh, it's going to show up. Just watch out, guys.
I
It's
think
going
I'll
to
be
show
there.
up.
You're not a good parent if your kids aren't embarrassed to be seen with you, so I'm just doing my part.
Yeah, so then we moseyed through some nice city streets, picturesque, had our coffees, our second coffees, while we were waiting. And then we just went to the coffee shop. There was a beautiful little street, like a local shopping area. It had fruit stalls and vegetable stalls and a butcher and a cheese person and some sort of takeout food, French style, which looked better than what we usually make, not takeout style.
The city today was kind of a visual symphony. I mean, there was something to be seen on every corner.
Yeah.
And the wandering through the residential neighborhood this morning. I mean, we went over there because there was an internet cafe and I had to get some stuff done, but it was really colorful and vibrant and just, it was pretty cool. And the streets today were just that way at every turn. And I thought that was amazing.
Slider led us on a forced march. Technically, I guess he was the navigator, but he got us there. And it was a fun excursion through back streets of Paris, and just that is what he talked about, and I didn't really fully appreciate, was just how much fun it is to just walk through the streets of Paris. And it's a very walkable city, and it's safe, and there's so much to see. And it's pretty funny because people would be talking and it's like, oh wait, hey, stop, take a look at that incredible building right there that we almost missed.
Tell us about lunch.
Oh, lunch was amazing.
What was amazing?
We went to this little,
Well, first of all,
the best hamburger ever.
so we're in Paris, and my thought is, like, the one restaurant I don't want to go to is a burger restaurant. But we're walking by, we're getting hungry, it smelled really good. There was a table out front that had our name on it, so that's where we went.
It's black, man.
What's the filling?
Maybe it's a fish, I don't know. It doesn't look great.
And I'm going to film this moment because I think this might be the best hamburger I've ever had in my life. Really? Wow. What do you think?
But oh, that was a good burger.
Yep.
Can we go back? But we don't know where it is, do we?
Yeah, I would definitely go back to that place again.
We found out we made a tremendous social faux pas too. So our burgers were served with frites. They were served with French fries, right? They were served with frites.
And there was a really cute little wooden fork.
There was. It was tiny and adorable.
and,
Who
and,
knew?
Wholly unuseful.
and a little jar of
Sauce, ketchup, or whatever.
Ketchup.
similar thing.
a premium ketchup. About this big, when you need this much, but
So we tossed the wooden spoons away and we just grabbed our french fries like we normally do and stuck them in the ketchup and stuck them in our mouths.
which might explain one of the other photos that you'll see at some point in this video.
Right about now.
So what did we spend the afternoon doing?
Yeah, what was the high point of the day?
High point. Oh, I get that. I got that.
Montmartre, Sacré-Cœur on top of Montmartre. Beautiful church, very high tower. It has 300 or so very dizzying steps, very narrow and winding to get to the top of the tower, but very worth it. Yeah. Incredible view walking around the tower, all of Paris in all directions.
So you can go to the Eiffel Tower and that's awesome. You're on the Eiffel Tower and you see Paris. But when you're on Sacré-Cœur, you see Paris with Eiffel Tower in the scene. And at that moment, you do feel like you're in Paris. That is different, that is special.
What's really neat too is you can see the layout of the streets, and you can see the blocks with the buildings, and the buildings are made so that there's center courtyards. And it's amazing because when they were designed, I don't know if they could imagine what the aerial view would be, but the aerial view of the buildings and the layouts and the courts, and you have these triangular buildings. It's fascinating to look at and to be able to see that view. And as you walk around and you see this whole laid out grid and all these beautiful old buildings, it's wonderful.
There was a French artist in the square that would like to see you again
And
and exchange art.
up on in this touristy area, there is a small park, and probably 50 artists set up, and probably 48 or 49 of them are doing caricatures for people or doing portraits for people, and that's it. You don't see a lot of their original work. And then over on the side, there's this guy, and he's doing this beautiful original work, and it's not the Eiffel Tower, and it's not a pretty bridge. It's real original stuff. It's landscapes from Normandy, and I walked over. It just drew me in because it was special. And I got to talking with him. Turns out he works in acrylics and oil pastels. I'm like, oh, I've done that. I do that. And so we kind of connected. It was fun, and I think I owe him some art. I think we've got some kind of verbal contract.
He offered a trade.
Yeah.
He said if he likes your work, he'll trade you.
Yeah. Anyway, he was very, very sweet, and I was glad to meet him, maybe for the second time.
And alongside there was also a guitar store that we were able to, give Slider a little bit of equal time. So he was able to cruise through a guitar store for just a couple minutes. It was quick.
Yeah. We might come back here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not carrying a guitar along the Camino.
Really?
Mm.
Okay. Because some people do.
They might ship, but I'm not carrying a guitar.
Okay. Good
The guitar is easy. It's the amplifier.
That's
That would
right.
get heavy.
It was an all-electric guitar store.
Yeah.
There was not a single acoustic guitar in that store.
Yeah.
Speaking of electric guitars, we're coming down the hill. We're all a little thirsty. We're ready for a little place to sit down, and we hear like the music of Santana,
Oh, and he was really good.
a really good musician, like lower down the hill. And there's a cafe right next to him. So he's performing. He's a street performer, and he's performing right next to this cafe. And there were 4 seats available, so we plopped down. And just about the time we sat down, some guy 3 stories up starts shouting out the window, and the translation was,
If you play that song again, I will jump.
The same thing over and over every day.
and then he came down his 3 stories, and he went over and he confronted the musician, and now there's this big verbal argument, and we just crept away slowly.
We just quietly got up and voted with our feet.
Yep.
I don't understand French, but I did get the gist of I'm going to break your guitar. It's like, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was ugly and sad, and I felt sorry for the guy who's heard the same song every day, every day. But the music was really good, and I would have stayed there to listen to a few songs if what we were listening to was not an argument.
But that's got to have been easier to listen to than the marching drum parade that we heard.
Yeah, what a
And
day,
so,
huh?
yeah.
All right, Haiku Master, you got off the hook last night. Do you have one for us tonight?
Sure. And tonight's will be The Tower at Night, Sparkling Like French Champagne. Voila! Gay Paris. So, there you go.
Thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying our journey. We have one more full day in Paris. Voila!